Gonna try, gonna try, gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hi my lovely Frosty fam, it's me Karen Frost here at Nail Decadence with yet another video. Sorry it's taken so long. This has been a pain in the backside to edit, and I'm still waiting for my laptop. I can't believe I'm still waiting for my laptop. The parts that wow. Anywho, finally got this edited so I can now voice over and get this video up to YouTube today, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll pray it works. But this is the video that had missing footage, just as a warning. As you can see, yeah, I did do a poll in my community tab to see if you guys still wanted this video, even though it had missing footage on it, and the overwhelming answer was yes please. There was a few that said hell no, but the majority said yes please. So this is why you're getting a video that's midway starting. Yeah, sorry. This is all I could recover from that corrupted SD card. I lost so many videos on that SD card. I'm so peeved, but I managed to rescue a few of them, and this was one of the few I managed to rescue, but not all of course of the footage. So as you can see, we're starting midway through the set. So at this point I have already applied the thin clear base. I've applied the glitter dots. As you saw, I just did that ombre over the index finger. I've done the colour block glitter down the centre inner line on the ring finger, and on the middle finger I've just done a thin layer of the pink, because I'm going to be putting that fabric over that. So as you can see right now, I'm capping that glitter on the little finger. That's because I'm getting prepared to file that colour block. So what I wanted to do was get those ones capped first of all, that way I don't have to worry about the dust from filing getting into them. I mean, you can brush that away, it's not the end of the world, but yeah, just for something less for me to have to do, I just thought I'd cap those ones with the glitter first. And now this is where I think about the structure of the nail. So not only am I capping the glitter and the pink that I've used, I'm also now thinking about my apex. So we're encapsulating. Encapsulating with clear does many things. It's my strength layer. So this is the thickest and the most acrylic that I will use. Those other layers are always very, very thin. And then when I get to the clear, that's when I add my thickness in. So I'll make sure my apex is there. I'll make sure that everything is encased and encapsulated so that I don't file it away. We want enough there so that the nail is thick enough to file into without filing into those things, but not so thick that you're filing for forever. So there is a fine line between too much and not enough. I'd rather personally have a little bit too much than not enough and then have to go back and add more. So yeah, I've added my clear acrylic, encased everything, protected it all, and now I'm going to use that fabric. Now this fabric I just got from eBay. It is a huge metre sheet. I actually gave most of it away, but I kept some small pieces for myself. You don't need a lot for nails at all, but yeah, it was just from eBay. I'm pretty sure nail supply shops sell this stuff as, like, I think they call it unicorn skin or something, but yeah, it's just a really pretty iridescent see-through fabric. So I'm just applying that with nail glue, and as you saw, I got my thumb stuck to it because I was a numpty and tried to hold it down with my bare skin and got it stuck. So yeah, don't do that. Use the backing paper. As you can see, I'm using the backing paper of a nail form to hold that fabric down, which makes much more sense than using your bare skin, which will stick. I'm a numpty. So yeah, and I had that backing form out ready to do it, and I still pressed it down with my fingers. Please don't do that. It's not good to get super glue all over your fingers. Not a good idea. I've managed to get some stuck onto Handolly, so I'm just teasing it off gently because I don't want to tear her skin. Right, so now I've got that all stuck down. I can cap it. So I'm just going to dampen it down with a little bit of monomer first, and then add my clear acrylic and make sure it's going right the way around the sides. Because it's kind of sticking up a bit, it doesn't matter, because you'll file that away when you come to your shaping, so don't worry about if it's hanging off the nail a little bit, but do make sure that your acrylic goes right the way round it on the sides, so that you're not then left with raw fabric that hasn't been encased, because that's actually quite difficult to file. And if that happens, just use a bit of the super glue, nail glue, brush that along any frayed fabric, and it will make it hard. And that, because it makes it hard, it makes it able to be filed, which is a lot easier than trying to file fabric that's fraying. So if you ever do encapsulate fabric or ribbons or something like that, if it's fraying at the sides when you file, just run a little bit of the glue along it, let that dry, and then you'll be able to file it. It makes life so much easier. So now that I have encased those other nails in clear acrylic, we're going to file that colour block nice and straight. Now, it's a shame you missed that part, because I know you guys like to see the colour blocking. I'm really sorry, but it was literally all I did was apply just a thin layer of clear down the centre of the nail, added my glitter onto that, and then encapsulated it with clear. Now, I've encapsulated it high enough to the height that I would want the nail to be when I'm ready to file, so that way when I come to put this pink on the sides, if I get any over the top of it, it doesn't matter, because when I file, that will get filed away. So I'm just going to get it nice and neat around the cuticle area first. As you can see, I'm using teeny tiny beads. I am going to encapsulate this layer, so I'm just using this pink for colour at this point. So as long as I've got it nice and opaque, I'm not going to just pile on a load of it. So there's no need, and you know what I'm like. I like to save my colours and encapsulate with clear, and it's the strongest acrylic anyway, so it makes sense to me, and it's the cheapest, quite frankly. Clear acrylic. And yeah, anyway, so I'm just going to build that pink around that stripe, and like I said, it doesn't matter if I get a little bit over the top, not a big deal. That's what the reveal is for. We do like a good filing reveal. So I'll keep building up my pink, get that whole stripe down each side, nice and covered and opaque. And when I'm happy with the coverage of the pink, I will then use the clear like so and encapsulate it. So you don't need a lot on the sides when you're encapsulating, because the sides are the thinnest part of the nail. Essentially, you want most of the thickness in the middle, down the centre. So I'm not using too much to encapsulate, but I am making sure that there is enough there for me to be able to file into and still have a decently thick nail. We want that structure to be correct after we filed, so do bear that in mind. So I will just make sure I have enough. Now always look at the nail from all different angles, because your bird's eye view will not tell you if you have dips in the acrylic. Always look at it from all different sides, and as you can see, I'm looking at all of the nails together and just checking that they are all a similar thickness and width, and if they are not, I will add more where needed. Always look at all of the nails together. That's a huge tip. If you want your nails to be uniform, you have to look at all of them together, not just look at one, then look at the other, then look at the other. No, stop when you've finished, and before you put away your acrylic, make sure they are all similar. That's one key to getting a nice uniform set. Anywho, so now it's time for filing. For my frosty filing freaks, I've left the filing in. Of course, there wasn't much of the video if I hadn't left the filing in, but yeah, I've left the filing in. If you're not interested in filing, then do skip ahead to the timestamp. But there's not much video after the filing, to be perfectly honest, because there's no top coat. I'm so sorry, I couldn't recover that footage. I'm really sorry, but there is some photos at the end. The video footage of the finished set and the top coat I just couldn't recover, but I've left in what, this is literally all the footage I had, and I've left it all in. So yeah, it is what it is. Really sorry for those that wanted to see more, but I did warn you. I did warn you all. I did say there was footage missing, but yeah. Anyway, so what I did just then was I used my e-file and just used it was just an what's it called, diamond bit. I just whizzed around that cuticle area, making sure it's nice and flush. There wasn't too much for me to do there, that's why I just used a diamond bit, and it's just literally neatening up that cuticle area, making sure it's flush to the nail so that there's no step or lip there in the cuticle area. That way when the nail grows out, it will grow out nice and flush, and your hair won't get stuck underneath it and stuff like that. Then I've moved on to using my hand file, and as you can see, I'm sorting out the free edge and the side walls. So I straightened up that free edge, made sure it was nice and squared off, and then I'm doing the side walls, making sure they're nice and tapered in, because we're going for that ballerina shape. And once I've got all of those side walls and under arches nice and straight, then I will do my reveal. So using a carbide small barreled bit, and I'm just going to file straight down that center colour block and get those lines, God, Nick couldn't say lines then, get those lines nice and straight and crisp, because we do like a nice crisp colour block. It is cool. And once I've done that, I will then move on to the other nails. So I'm just debulking just ever so slightly, not too much. I'm mostly I'm sculpting, so I'm contouring with my e-file so that I've got, you know, less to do with a hand file. So I'm just slightly, ever so slightly debulking, but I'm really mostly just shaping it, making sure that the nail goes from sidewall to sidewall in a nice arched curve, and also making sure that the nail's not too thick, but I don't want to file away my apex. I'm just tidying up that colour block there, as you can see. On to the middle finger, same again, just a little bit of debulking and tidying up. So I use the motion of going from pulling down from cuticle to free edge, but I also do side to side, and that helps to contour the nail nicely so that you don't just have flat parts. Nails are not meant to be flat, they are meant to be curved, and if you're just filing it flat, well then you're going to have a really flat nail. So pay attention to the curves of the nail when you're filing. So once I've done that bit, then I will use my sanding band to just finish off smoothing that nail. And this will remove any of the lines left from the carbide bit, and it just smooths the nail really nicely, ready for top coat. And yeah, like I said, there's no top it off and keep it tough, I'm really sorry. So once I've finished this filing, it will flip to just photos of the finished set, so we are very nearly there. So I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you ever so much for coming to my channel, watching this video, spending some of your most precious time with me. I appreciate you. Thank you ever so much. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. Join the Frosty fam. They are awesome, and we'd love to have you join. And if you've enjoyed this video in any way, shape or form, or it's helped you in some way, please go ahead and click that like button. I'd appreciate it ever so much. It helps out my channel with the YouTube algorithm thingamy-job. But yeah, that's all I have for this time, peeps. I do have another video coming very soon. I'm editing it at the moment, and hopefully I'll get that up in the next day or two, so keep an eye out for that. I'm really excited about it, actually. I'm not giving anything away. You'll have to wait and see. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Anyway, that's all I've got for this time, peeps. So you take care now, and I'll speak to you all again very soon. Bye for now.
Let me level with you. Let me be in your crew. I just wanna be free. Be with people like me. I'm so not in the mood to be broken and blue. I just wanna go dance. Baby, find me some romance. I don't wanna talk tonight. I don't wanna waste another night. I just wanna hit the floor. Maybe somewhere I haven't been before. I don't wanna kill the vibe. I don't wanna feel it if it don't feel right.